láyà mo wí o. Ọmọ kan ń bẹ tí mo fẹ́ràn o, tí wọ́n ṣe bá a sọ̀rọ̀ kò yé mi rárá o. N kò rí irú ẹ̀rí èyí rí o. N kò rí irú ìfẹ́ èyí rí o. Ọmọ tó níwà tó sì lẹ́wà o, mo fẹ́ mọ̀ lé rẹ o, kí n máa bá ẹ lọ. Jọ̀wọ́ mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn òbí rẹ o, bèbí nìyẹn. Jọ̀wọ́ mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ o. Ọmọ oníwà tútù yìí o, mo fẹ́ mọ̀ lé rẹ o, kí n máa bá ẹ lọ. Bèbí jẹ́ máa bá ẹ lọ. Ó ní kí n máa bá ẹ lọ. Olólùfẹ́ jẹ́ máa bá ẹ lọ. Oh, what a feeling. Burning me on love. I can't help myself. Baby, I wanna love you. I wanna be with you. Both night and day. Share my life with you. Baby, I wanna love you. Oh, what a feeling. Locking up my lips. I can't express myself. Baby, I wanna love you. I wanna live with you. Roll in your hands. I'm baby with you. Na 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 na. Kò rí irú ìfẹ́ èyí rí o. Kò rí irú ẹ̀rí èyí rí o. Ọmọ tó níwà tó sì lẹ́wà o, mo fẹ́ mọ̀ lé rẹ o, kí n máa bá ẹ lọ. Jọ̀wọ́ mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn òbí rẹ o, bèbí nìyẹn. Jọ̀wọ́ mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ o. Ọmọ oníwà tútù yìí o, mo fẹ́ mọ̀ lé rẹ o, kí n máa bá ẹ lọ. Bèbí jẹ́ máa bá ẹ lọ. Ó ní kí n máa bá ẹ lọ. Olólùfẹ́ jẹ́ máa bá ẹ lọ. Oh, what a feeling. Burning me on love. I can't help myself. Baby, I wanna love you. I wanna be with you. Both night and day. Share my life with you. Baby, I wanna love you. Oh, what a feeling. Locking up my lips. I can't express myself.
What a wonderful weekend again. Welcome to this special episode called The Singles and the Marriage. I want to welcome you once again and I wish you happy weekends, families and friends of the house of Judah. This is another wonderful opportunity and a wonderful privilege to be on air today. Quite unusual. Saturday morning. Well, very brief, and this is just the concluding part of the episode. We had an encounter or treat on Wednesday, which remains inconclusive or unfinished matter. And as I've been saying, you have been so wonderful with your comments and your contribution to this wonderful epic program. I feel your impact and your support and everything you are putting together just to make that I've been encouraged to carry on the good work that I have started, that the Lord has laid upon my shoulder to really treat and to share. So I welcome you to the House of Judah Global, the House of Judah Global Ministry, an international ministry, well, basically on media social, and that is why I have the ample time and the opportunity. We are a ministry, not a church. We are a ministry, but if I have the calling or the Lord says go and start one, who am I to say no? But now we are a ministry reaching out to many souls, an interdenominational ministry, not specifically on a particular sect of a church. So, who is your soulmate? Who is your soulmate? I know Wednesday when we were discussing, a lot of controversial issue came up and a lot of disagreement also, why other disagree and why other agreed with me. And like I said, you have right to your opinion and you have right to whatever your heart is telling you. I don't claim that I know it all, and neither do I say what I'm saying it is the perfect. No, I stand to be corrected. And because this platform or these activities that I'm engaging here is basically on the scriptural standard. So last week, what I base my topic on is on the global social life. The global social life. What the global society is telling us about who a soulmate is, who soulmates need to be, how many soulmates do you have, can soulmate break up, can soulmate reconverge again, or maybe have a common goal. And I give 18 characteristics. I give 18 useful tip point that can make you understand or can make you know if actually you have found who is to be called a soulmate. You know, I give some analysis, and along the time I made mention that we have more than one soulmate. I'm not talking of the biblical standard. I'm talking about the global world, the globalized society, what we see in the society. You know, we have a survey, and in our survey, through the survey, we pick up some points that we really bring out to share with people and let people understand the fact. So now, why the part 2 is I want now to place it on a baseline, which is the biblical baseline with the biblical principle and the real definition of what the Bible or the scripture is showing us on who is a soulmate. It's a vital issue. By the time you look at the poster behind me, you understand. You will see some two rings. You see those two rings here. You know, those two rings. Those rings signified a bond. And that is why you see them holding hand. It's a bond. And the reason why I call it a bond is the Bible made me to understand that a soulmate is someone you have a bond with. A bond with. Now, when we talk about the deep understanding of the scripture, let me go from the Old Testament. Soulmate. Soulmate is someone you are tied to. Like so bond, so tied. Your soul is tight, or is tightened, or is had a bond with the other opposite sex. Now, since this is a Christian teaching for the singles, and also allowing the married to have the understanding of what they have involved themselves in. So before a single girl, boy, or a single lady, or a single guy could go into an agreement, a bond. So the word soulmate means someone you have a strong bond with, and that bond remained inseparable. You cannot separate them. You cannot put asunder. You can't put asunder. Now, when we talk about the biblical standard, you have just only one soulmate, and which is of the opposite sex. The person you share idea, love, understand, the person that carry your burden, that carry your pains and everything. That 18 analysis that I made is still valid. That 18 analysis, that is 18 sign you will find, or 18 sign that you will see if actually you have found your soulmate. Those 18 facts still remain valid. Number 1, you will know it. Number 2, they are your best friend. Number 3, you feel a sense of calm whenever you are around them. Briefly, I'm just trying to give a breakdown. Then number 4, you have extreme empathy for them. Number 5, you respect each other. Number 6, you balance each other out. You balance. That is where you are unable to secure your balance. That person fits in there to make you balance. Then number 7, you agree about important things. You agree about important thing. Number 8, you share the same life goal. Then number 9, you challenge each other for good. You know, being a force, a driving force. That's what they say, behind a successful man, there's always a reasonable and responsible woman. So number 10, you can totally be in that relationship. You will totally be independent. You understand? You will be free to discuss, talk about anything freely, because that person is your partner, and that person is your soulmate. And so number 11, you fight for the relationship. The both of you will always fight that relationship must not get broken. Nothing must come between the both of you. You must always put anything that will put you asunder, apart, you know. So you fight for the relationship. Number 12, you understand each other emotional language. What I mean by emotional language, you know what it is. Emotional language that speaks without the person speaking out. Then number 13, you are each other biggest fan. Even when people are condemning you, your soulmate will never condemn you. When people are saying all manner of bad things about you, your soulmate will never join chorus to say bad thing about you. Even if there is a means for the both of you to sit down to talk it out and know how to adjust it and know how to fight it out, your soulmate will never destroy you. He or she is your biggest fans. Your biggest fan that can die for you anytime. Number 14, you feel each other's pain. You feel each other's pain. I know of a man, you understand, just because the wife, you understand, need a particular ribbon to fix into her long hair. Are you with me? Because the husband could not afford it, could not afford that, ribbon. It's an expensive ribbon to fix in her hair to look so beautiful for the husband. And they talk about it, and the husband say, wait, I don't have this money. Okay, no problem. I will see what I can do. When your partner or your soulmate told you will see what it means, he wants to go extremely end. He wants to move beyond that level. Do you understand? So the wife feel the pain. You understand? Do you know what the wife now eventually do? That man went out and look at what he could do to make that lady happy as a soulmate. So he went and took his old wristwatch and sold it out to enable her purchase that ribbon for the wife to pack her hair and make her look sweet and beautiful. So in the process that the husband went out, do you know what the lady did? The lady went out also and went to those that do, like those that buy human hair. And she went there that, look, I want to sell some inches out of my hair because my husband could not buy me the desired ribbon that I need to keep my head healthy and to make it look nice when I pack it. So I better cut it, let it come on a lotion so that it will not be disturbing me. I won't need that ribbon again. So she went and she sold her hair. They cut it, and the hair that was brought out, she sold it out. On her way coming, she went to a wristwatch, shop, and go and look for a better wristwatch as a gift to give to the husband. She has the money. You understand? So she went there and bought an expensive wristwatch with the money she got. She brought it home and hid it. She was waiting. And eventually, the husband, on his way coming back, because he have sold his expensive wristwatch and converted it into money, he went direct to where they sell this hair ribbon to buy the wife the ribbon that she really desire most. And he bought the ribbon And on his way coming home, when he got home, the husband greeted him and the wife greeted him. And the soulmate asked, what happened? What happened to your hair? He said, I feel your pain. You don't have the money. Why should I be stressing you? And you go out of your way. I better, since I can cut my hair, it can still grow up. So I decide to cut my hair. I now look at his hand and say, where is your own wristwatch? I know it's old. He said, well, what really happened is that I sold my wristwatch this morning, an expensive wristwatch this morning, to enable me. You know, I told you I will see what I can do to enable me buy you your ribbon, your hair ribbon. And I sold my wristwatch, and this is the ribbon. The soulmate, the lady now look at him that, wow, you did that because of me? He said, well, I decided to cut my hair and sell it out. And unknown to me, I bought you this expensive wristwatch because that one is old and I want you to replace it. It's so expensive. And this is the wristwatch. Now, look at what happened. They feel the pains and they have the same goal. The hair can still grow, but the wristwatch cannot come back again. But the wife bought him the wristwatch and he bought the wife the ribbon. And the wife said, I can still use the ribbon to still make my hair look so good. So this is what I'm trying to feel. Then number 15, there is intense chemistry. Intense chemistry, body chemistry. You know, start not when you touch. You know, don't touch. No, they have this chemistry within them. Then number 16, you are there for each other. You are always there for each other. You are always there for each other. Then number 17, you are secure in the relationship. You are what? You are secure in the relationship. You know, there's no fear. You don't have any fear that maybe something is going to happen. Maybe this is going to be this. No, there's no fear in it. Then number 18, you just want to be around each other. You just want to be around each other. That is the essence. So those 18 points are still valid of who is your soulmate. How to know if you have actually find your soulmate, your so-called soulmate. Those are the signs for you to look out for, and that will prove that yes, the person you are with is your soulmate. But remember, the Bible says, he whosoever had a sexual intercourse, whosoever you have sexual intercourse with, you are now one body. You have become one body. One body. So you have to be very careful of whom you share your bed with. And an advice to the upcoming youths that are still single, planning to go ahead into marriage, you understand, you have to know that the person you are giving your body out to is your soulmate, is someone that can never disappoint you, fail you, deny you or reject you or abandon you when things are not going well, when you don't have anything to offer. No. Likewise, the guys, don't play smart on the ladies, all in the name of having a nice time or having a one stand night. The moment, the scripture made me to understand, the moment you have connection, it is so tight. It is so tight. So tight means divine connectivity that will make you go extremely end. So the Bible made me to understand that you can only have just only one soulmate. And that is why the issue of marriage, the Bible did not tell us categorically or specifically how to love, but he described the acronym of love and the love language. And the love language is when you reciprocate, is give and take. You reciprocate. That is the language of love. If I love you, you love me in return. Levels might be different, but I want you to know that most we call love, it is not love, it's infatuation. I will die. If you are not married, I will die. You won't die. Life still continue. Oh, if he leaves me, I will die. You won't die. Life still continue. But for you to agree, even the Bible made me to understand The Bible gives a standard and condition for you to have 2 wives. That no, if you want to marry 2 wives, go ahead and marry 2 wives. But you must love them equally. Is it possible? So stylishly, it's telling you that 1 man, 1 wife. Because that person will become your soulmate. But maybe you are in this relationship, you now discover this person doesn't fit in. Or this person does not, just like example, you married, you are in love with a slim lady, and as time goes on, she starts gaining weight, she starts becoming plumpy, and she's becoming big. You will develop some hatred. Why? What is all this? You will start complaining. You don't need to complain. She is the person you are in love with, the person you say she is your soulmate. All what you need to do is to sit her down, encourage her, make her do some body exercise, cut down her diet, make her go through some, so that she remain the shape and the look that you desire or you want to see. So a soulmate, as I discover, a soulmate is a person with whom one has a feelings for. You have a feeling for. They are always around you. You always feel them around. You think alike, you talk alike, you reason alike. And the word said in natural affinity. When you mean affinities, that you interwove, you are inside each other. So when you interwove and you are bound, you are so tied, you are so bound. You look alike, you resemble each other. Some people will not say, these guys, you look like brothers and sisters. They look alike. I've seen marriages like that. I've seen couples like that. I've seen relationships like that. That in fact they dress alike, they walk alike, they do everything alike because they understand themselves. They are so tied. So let me tell you this: you can only have just only one soulmate. Last week I was saying, surprisingly, you can have. I made mention when they asked me a question. I made mention that we have how many soulmates? 5 soulmates, 5 different soulmates. Are you with me? 5 types of different soulmates. That is the primary. It is not the real base word of soulmate. Primarily somebody you meet and you depart. Like I talked about the friend soulmate. Really it can be someone your acquaintance, somebody you get acquainted to. I talk about the teacher soulmate. Your soulmate will always teach you new adventure, new thing, new anything. They teach you. Your soulmate is your teacher. So your soulmate is your friend. This is where I'm going. When I give 5 different type of soulmate, when I say I have 5 different type of soulmate, what I mean then that I didn't explain because of time. And because I know there is a need for part 2, I don't want you to get confused, and I don't want to really take your mind off that you can have more than 1, you can have more than 2, you can have more than 3. What I'm trying to give out as my basic point on that is you only have 1 soulmate, and that soulmate I divide it into 5. That number 1, your soulmate is your friend. Number 2, your soulmate is your teacher. Are you with me? Then number 3, your soulmate is your life solution. Your soulmate is your life. Then number 4, your soulmate is your lover. Then what really brings the two of you together is number 5, that you become a twin flame soulmate. A twin, wherever they see you, they see her there. You become twin in one. That is what I'm trying to say when I said we have category of 5 type of soulmates. So your soulmate is your friend, is your teacher, is your life. Your soulmate is your lover. Your soulmate is your twin partner. That is your part 2. Without your soulmate, you are not complete. I have people that, in fact, the wife cannot eat alone until the husband is alive. They are around, and the husband cannot eat until the wife is around. They share, they eat on, they do things together. Let me shock you a little bit. Can I shock you? According to one of our so-called bloggers, listen to this. I know of a married couples. They always fight every day. They fight and they fight and they fight. People are looking, why are these people fighting? Nobody knows the reason why they are fighting. But they are good fighters. They fight and make noise, so people don't even go to them again to separate them, or maybe to settle quarrel, or to leave them alone. They fight now, and between a couple of you see them dancing, talking, doing everything together. They never leave the relationship. They never quit. So suddenly, as the nature of life, the husband died, and this woman was crying, crying uncontrollable. She refused to be comforted. She refused to listen to whosoever comfort, whatever comfort is coming to encourage her. She refused to. She doesn't want to listen to anybody. She doesn't want to hear anybody. And so, okay, now that you are crying, aren't you supposed to be happy that this man that has been beating you every day now and then, that you fight, now you'll be free. You'll be at rest. That is the point. That is the point. I cannot do without him. It is part of our love life. Who will I be fighting with? Who will I be nagging with? Who will I be, all those things, Pastor. That was why she's crying. Half of her is gone. And no one could replace that irreplaceable thing in her life. Even if she got married again in her life, she could not get that same particular person. In attitude, in character, in everything. Whosoever she get married to cannot be the same man that she have lost. That is how in relationship, when you lose your soulmate in a relationship and you stay apart, you separate, or you go on your ways, I'm telling you, if actually you are soulmate, your paths will still cross to reconcile, and then the bond of that love will become stronger. Don't lose. Don't joke. Don't take it for granted. Who stand as your soulmate? Your soulmate is ready to go extra mile to make you happy. Your soulmate can do anything to keep your happiness. Your soulmate will sell anything sellable just to make you okay. Your soulmate will never think of him or herself first. You will be the number one in his or her agenda in anything. I saw a beautiful woman. I have a beautiful woman. I love a beautiful, the beautiful woman I love, the beautiful woman I married, will always think of me first. Oh, she will always think of me. Oh, I will always think of her first. Oh, we think of ourselves all the time. And you keep that mutual relationship. I was trying to have a conversation with somebody, and I said, so he said, how have you been feeling? I said, fine. How have you been doing? I said, fine. I said, but I called home and I'm trying to speak with my wife. He said, what? Your wife? I thought you what? Just left it. That is just how it is. No distance, no barrier, no, anything. Things you always feel yourself. If you really want to know if you have had or you have met your soulmate, let that person travel just only 2 days. There are some marriages, the wife will be praying that let the husband even find somewhere to go, or she decides she wants to leave the house because that house is unbearable for her. She could not stand the pressure of everything. I don't know what it is. And that is why we are here to advocate that the singles, think before you fall into the trap of marriage. The moment you fall into the trap of marriage, these 2 rings behind me here, these 2 rings will bind you together. It's a prison. Marriage is a prison. When I mean a prison, is something you are going into and you won't come out. And there's this anchor, the only smallest ever invented anchor on earth is the ring. The more you fix it in your hands and you go into the prison, no one is going out again. And that is why the ministers will always say, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness, in pain, in poverty, in riches, and you say, I do, yes, I will, yes, will you keep her? I will. Do you love her? I do. So before you go into that institute, think very well. Seek godly counseling, because the moment you go into it, no turning back. The only thing that will separate the both of you is death. And that is why the man of God or the pastor or the reverend or the bishop or the imam or whosoever is bringing you will say that till death do you part. So don't go into a wrong relationship with someone that can't or did not measure or meet up with the standard of the so-called soulmate. Many are regretting their marriages because they married the wrong partner. Many are regretting their relationship because one thing or the other bring them in. For example, a single guy and a single lady, they are in a courtship, and eventually along the line they try to have sexual intercourse, and lo and behold, pregnancy came in. Now the guy will be vibrating. Oh, you want to use pregnancy to tie me down? You think because of you are pregnant, I will marry you? Things go upside down. The lady will say, okay, now I'm not going to adopt. I'm going to give child. If you are not even marrying me, you can go away. I will be the mother of my child. And that's why we have single parents. Come down here, America, and see single mothers, baby mamas. You understand? Baby mamas. They are there. You see some ladies, they are not married. They have 3 kids with 3 different men. Having those kids, we have so many, like five different men. You know, they test. Now, those are the miscreants that destroy the institute of marriage. So, brethren in the Lord, young guys and girls and ladies, and the newly married, you are into what is so strong, toying with someone's soul. Toying with someone's soul. You must not, some people will say they have heart broken. You can only have heart broken once in your life. You can be heartbroken once in your life, in your relationship. Any other heartbroken you have, you are a fool. You have been fooled, or you have been deceived. You have found a false soulmate. We discuss about false soulmate. Who is the false soulmate? Is it can someone have a false soulmate? Yes, a false soulmate. A false soulmate is someone you meet along the way. You meet along the way. Are you with me? It is also possible you meet along the way. They seem to be the one. They seem to be the one, but really, only severe. They only serve as a catalyst for your own spiritual growth. Why did I say they serve as a catalyst for your own spiritual growth? You are heartbroken. What broke your heart? What leads to that heartbroken? What makes your heart get broken? You must discover. You must know it. You have now to prevent such. Don't allow it to happen to you the second time again. So we say, I have 5 heartbroken, like that. Really, yes. A broken engagement or a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. If it's not working out in your relationship, I was trying to discuss with one of my mother. We are still discussing on this so-called soulmate. I told her that a guy doesn't have a right. A single guy does not have a right to go into the house. They must not even be seen in a secret place. If you are dating, you understand, your dating should be in the open. You must not go to have a quiet place. No, it must be open. You must always engage yourself. When you want to meet yourself, it must be in an open place. People must be around you. You must have people around you. Are you with me? You must have people around you, an open place, not a hidden place, not a hidden garden, not a hidden room that you invite the lady home or let me come to your house. No. When you are dating, it's an open game. Dating is an open game. Now, when you look at yourself, that this person I'm seeing, yes, I feel I loved him, I liked him, all this, I love her, whatever you are thinking. Then you move to the next stage. When you are dating, you don't have the right to go to their house, nor go closer to their house. You can always meet yourself in an open place, in an open gathering, in a fellowship, in a mall, that nothing that this touching or of aspect will not even come out. People are always there. People are always around you. Don't go alone. When they say someone you are dating want to see you in a private place, don't go alone. Go with somebody. You know. So that is when you protect your integrity. But most ladies lose their integrity, and that is why men play on their mentality. You understand? So when you move from that stage to the stage of what? Courtship. When you move to the stage of courtship, that is when you have the right to approach, or you have the right to go to their house, because there is a question that need to be answered. The parent of the lady will ask the girl, who is this? Oh, he is my friend. What type of friend are you having? We are dating. What type of dating? No, we are into a courtship. We are into courtship. He wants to know me. You know, that is at when you are courting. It is the period. And let me tell you, dating, you can date someone for as long as you want. It's still on the level of friendship. Dating is still on the level of friendship. But when it has gone to the stage of courtship, love is coming in, and it's according to the nature, according to what we have been taught. Your courtship should be like 3 years. Your courtship is the stage of decision making. It's the balance between your dating and your marriage. Courtship is in the middle, before you can call that person your fiancé, your future husband, your future wife. You understand? It's at the stage of courtship. So courtship is 3 years, minimum of 3 years. So you know, some ladies can hide their character or their attitude for years. Even men, they pretend. Men is the great and the worst pretender. Men can pretend, but women, you know, women don't pretend. When they love you, they love you. They give everything out for you. You understand? So for 3 years, you need to understudy yourself, know who she is, know her character, because you have been visiting their home. You know if she is a good house material, if she clean the house, if she do. No, look, please give me 5 minutes. I'm in the kitchen helping mommy. No, give me like 10 minutes. While you are sitting in the living room, give me like 10 minutes. I want to help mommy to wash. No, give me like 15 minutes. I will be back. Mommy sent me. Oh, give me like, I want to go to the market. Okay, let's go together. And they go to the market together. One wash is mine. That is the period the guy will be looking. Is she a wife material? While you are still courting, before you make your decision, then before you move to the stage of marriage, engagement. So engagement and marriage is just when you can engage a lady by giving her a ring. You know, engage her, so she's not seeing no one again. But if it is dating, it's an open game. But courtship, you are now streamlining who are your friends and whom you love. Now your courtship leads you to an engagement. Engagement now brought you before the parent for final blessing. So then you know who your soulmate is. You can't know your soulmate 100% when you are distant from yourself. You can only know yourself when you are closer. I believe with this little explanation of mine, you know where I'm going. That you can only have just only one soulmate. And your soulmate can be categorized in 5 stages. Your soulmate is your friend. Your soulmate is your teacher. Your soulmate is your life. Your soulmate is who also is your twin. You understand? And when you say your twin, and your soulmate is your lover. That is the basic point. And before you can choose your soulmate, those 18 things should be visible. And I told you, surprisingly, soulmates do separate. They do stay apart. When they are trying to force some things to work and it's not working, and they tear themselves apart. When you and your soulmate, you know, separated or stay apart due to one reason or the other, don't rush into another relationship. You guys don't go into a relationship. You ladies don't go into another relationship because you still say that person is your soulmate. There's still tendency that someone will intervene. I didn't see Sister B. Oh, I didn't see Brother B or Brother A with you. What happened? I don't know. He talks too much. Hey, you cancel. Canceling come in. That is where our own mission is very, very important. We counsel them, we teach them, we tell them what to do, we tell them how to go about it, and you know, try to reconcile and bring them together. And when they are coming together, they won't argue. they are missing something. They are missing their self-present. They miss different things, different activities that they do have together. The guy cannot go to a place without people asking her about the lady. The lady cannot go to any function without people asking her about the guy, because they are always around themselves. They always see themselves. The people always see them together. People always feel their body chemistry. People always enjoy their love language whenever they start to communicate with it. You understand? So when what they used to see before, they don't see it, people start to ask questions. So you should use your wisdom, and you should use the mindset, your own mindset, because most people that we ask you, they are of two different categories. Those that don't want you together, when they ask where's brother B, I say, I don't know. In fact, for days now we have not been together. We are very we better leave him and look for a better person. Those are psychopaths. No, it's even good. This chingom people, chingom love you are playing, and this love, and everything, they try to give you reason why you must stay apart from him, for you to live your life and enjoy your life. And those that really enjoy and want the both of you together say, no. Can I talk to him? Can I see him? Can I communicate with him? Can we have a time so that let's sit down and talk? Those are the people that wish you well. We have them all around us. So brethren, this is just the summary of the singles and the married gist corner on the topic, who is your soulmate? If you really want to understand or enjoy what I've just explained, you need to go back to the part 1. This is just the part 2, the part 1, and see a lot and different type of questions, different type of analysis that I analyze in the global society, in the global world. I didn't base it on the biblical aspect, but this time around for the part 2, I'm basing it on the biblical aspect. One man, one wife, one soulmate. No two soulmates. Your soulmate is your everything. Your soulmate is your life. That's why you see some husband and wife, when they grow old, if the wife died a week, the second week the husband will die. If the wife died a month, the second month the husband will die. Or distance within themselves. And we saw people that are soulmates. They die the same day. Either by ghastly motor accident, they die the same way. Either by one hazard or the other, they die the same way. Any class they die, but it's nature and it depends on how God's plan it. When you are planning your life and you are planning your future and even planning to go into this relationship, always put God first. Don't put God behind you. With God standing by your side, with God leading you, then you have his backing. You have a successful relationship, a happy married life, and your future will be an exemplary for others to emulate. And that is why it's a vow, it's a promise that you are making. If in a relationship, a lot of things is being put together, and that is why, on behalf of the house of Judah, anchoring this program called the Singles and the Married Gist Corner, we will be coming up on your way with another topic, interesting topic, and we will be bringing in some guests, speakers, those that will enlighten us, those that will teach us. Now, a young guy, the singles, when I mean the singles, I'm categorizing the guy and the lady into, before they become a man and a woman coming together to become one, before they now become a father and a mother, and they transfer to be parents. Are you with me? So this life is stage by stage. Don't rush into any relationship. Know the reason why you are going into it. Don't rush your marriage. Know the reason why you need to get married, and know the purpose of that marriage and what you want that marriage to become. Your foundation is your foundation. Every marriage has its own manual. If you can understand the language in which your manual, your love manual or your marriage manual is being written, then you'll be able to read and understand and go in line. Always put God first in anything you do. God is not in acceptance or agreement with divorce. But you can separate. But divorce, no. Separation, if you separate, you can still come together with understanding. And when you come together, in fact, the bond will become stronger. And that is why I really want you to always think first of one, your integrity, your personality. Don't, because of flashy things or things of the world or material things, sell out your integrity, sell out your personality. When you sell out your personality and your integrity, to retrieve it back, to buy it back, is going to become a very difficult issue. Very difficult issue. And why are we bringing this thing out? Is that marriages are not working well these days. Society wedding doesn't last. Most of the flamboyant wedding we hear about. In fact, I was being told in Nigeria, back in West Africa, in Africa, the latest divorce in town, the latest divorce ever recorded, they got married 10 in the morning and they divorced by 4 p.m. That is the latest divorce in town. They got married 10 o'clock in the morning and got divorced 4 o'clock. They tear apart. I don't want to know the cause. I don't want to know what really happened. But what I need is that, do they think? Do they pray? Is it my parents want me to? Or my friends are getting married? Or I am getting old? I'm in my late something. I'm in my late 30. I'm in my late 40. I'm in my late 50. No, I just need to get hooked. And I give analysis. If you go back to my previous recording that has been there, I give stages. That if you are the age of 24 to 28, or maybe let me just say to 29, and you did not get married to a single guy, the moment you cross from 30, grace can still be on your side. But if you are going to 40, you cannot marry a single guy. You cannot say except the grace of God. Those that will be coming your way because you have looked so big and so mature, it will be married men. You end up become a second wife, or you marry a widow. Sorry, a widower. You marry a widower. All those things. Someone that loves his wife, like that. When you give the analysis and circumstances about what marriage is and why most of the marriage doesn't even last or work, is that we talk about dowry. Yes, we talk about dowry. Let me use this single opportunity to talk about dowry. Please, newly married couples and those that have married for a long time and singles, listen very well. Two things is missing why most marriage doesn't work well and they don't work out well. Number one, there is this issue, there is this dressing, this English dressing has a meaning. We have traditional wedding, we have customary wedding, traditional wedding. Then we have the society wedding, where you go to court or you go to church. Church and court and society. When you talk about customary, talking about the traditional, the customary courts. You go to the court and you have traditional. So we have this the Christian, which is the society, the customary, and we have that of the tradition. The only one even that the Bible even supports, not the English type of marriage, it is the traditional, whereby the parents will ask for bride price. They name and list what they want before they could give out as a tradition, before they could give out their daughter. But we are missing it. Parents are really the causes of most of the breaking of marriages spiritually, and I will let you know. And most of the time, some of it is caused by the bride herself. The bride herself. The bride will always break up her marriage spiritually. Then it will transmit to the physical. Number one, the parent will ask for the bride price. And the groom's family will bring in the bride price. And long because of the ceremony, the bride family will return the bride price to the groom. That is error number one. That we are not selling. The Bible says collect it is a must. If Sarah bride price was returned back to Abraham, Sarah will not call her my Lord, my owner. You owns me. You owns me. But what do we see in the society world? The parents will return the dowry that we are not take. We are just take care of our children, because just take care of our child. The child is sick, so they should take care of her. Put her in an intensive care or health care or whatever, mentally. Just take care of her and blah 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 blah. By you returning that bride price, you have caused the first error in that marriage. Anything can happen. And the message you are passing out is that, look, if we can call back our daughter anytime, our daughter, she's free to come back to our home. I love the Igbo. Igbo will never try that. Come back to your father's house. Your father's house is always free. The only thing that could bring that girl back to her father's house is when the husband give her a divorce letter. Then she go back to her father's house. Are you with me? But in the first instance, why did you write out that you want to collect dowry? If you know you are not in need of the dowry, you don't need to ask them to bring the dowry. And any lady that her dowry is not being paid or collected, you are not fulfilling the actual blessing of marriage. I say it, quote me anywhere. Because according to the Bible, the scripture I read, they demand, Rebecca, they demand, bring it out. They ask, and you give them the list, and they provide it. You don't even need to bargain. Some grooms will be bargaining. Maybe when the price is too much. When they start bringing the list that you cannot afford, forgetting that the lady, when she got married, they are still going to live, they are still going to feed, they are just going to eat, and you want to milk the groom. This is an opportunity. Something that you will still eat till the end of your life. You want to collect it in a particular day. And you are not picking out the bride price and you are returning it. You cause a spiritual great error in the life of your daughter. And you, the girls, in the olden days, when you dress up and everything, when you want to do your society wedding, why are you using flower? Flower withered. What I used to know then is the crown. This man is the crown over your head. They don't use crown no more. They use flower. Forgetting that flower gets withered, get dried. That is the period that the wedding get broken. Because if a flower, you understand, that don't receive nurturing, even the flower will get dried. And within a couple of times, you'll be falling off, breaking apart. That's why most weddings I've seen, they always, I encourage, even my counseling period, I will tell them, don't use flower. Go and look for crown. This man is your crown. He put the crown on you. You are telling them that I belong to someone. I'm a queen in someone's house. I'm a queen in someone's heart. I'm a queen. You are a queen. Soulmate, you are a queen. But no, you go and look for flower. Anybody can touch flower, and that is why some will be in the marriage. You are under your husband, you are still dating or having an affair outside because it is the flower. They touch anyhow. You can touch flower anyhow. But the crown, who dare go touch the crown of a king, of a queen? Who dare touch it? Nobody. Respect is reciprocal. Now I'm going deep. I want to call it a date for you to understand, to enjoy your weekend. I still remain yours, Moses Collins Adeyemi, the set man and the anchor man, the vision, the vessel of vision for the house of Judah Global. We have different type of house of Judah, but this is the house of Judah Global, the global house of Judah, the center of power and authority. I want to appreciate you all for sharing your time with me, for having this wonderful weekend with me and listening to the part 2, the analysis. I say just quick and brief, and that is why I'm putting it to an end now. What I have been saying is you only have one soulmate, but your soulmate can come in different form. Your friend, your teacher, those are the things. Society. And don't allow your environment, your tradition, your vicinity rob you of your happiness and your joy. Your soulmate will always make you happy. Your soulmate will always be there for you. Your soulmate will share your pain. Your soulmate understand your body chemistry. Your soulmate understand your body language, your love language. Your soulmate is someone that bear your pain, that knows when you are happy and knows when you are sad and knows what you are feeling. When you don't have, your soulmate will always share with you. When you have, your soulmate will always be there. Your soulmate will never deny you, or your soulmate will never abandon you. No, your sorrow in sickness, in sorrow, in sickness, in pain, in anything, your soulmate will always be there. And that is why we want you to have this understanding. Who is your soulmate? Thank you very much. Remain blessed. May the good Lord and the Father of heaven continue to bless you and give you your heart desire. It shall be well with you till I come your way next time. Sorry, tomorrow I won't be on air. And likewise, next week, maybe if grace or time will permit, we meet on Wednesday on the singles and the married. I have a lot of activities, invitation that I need to attend, and I want to keep to time. And I really love you for supporting, love you for sharing, love you for being my backbone, love you for doing every effort to make sure these messages go around. Thank you for your encouragement. Your viewing is an act of encouragement. Thank you very much. Subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube. I have a lot of recorded messages there that you can enjoy. In all social media, I want to say thank you very much and God bless you. See you next time. Enjoy your weekend. Happy weekend and enjoy the beautiful day. Shalom.